Hi everyone, it's Catherine here from Ink Finger Cat. I'm in a slightly different position because that end of the room is a complete disaster. So, excuse my appearance. This is me post-work. I've just had a quick wash and then put my pyjamas and a hoodie on because I've then had my tea, but then I'm thinking I need to sort this room out. So, a little bit of an explanation. I've just done a whole load of samples for Kingston Crafts that'll be coming out sometime in June. The products over on Hobby Maker. So I've got a couple of boxes that just need packing up with the samples in and sending over to Martin, which I might get done tomorrow, otherwise the weekend. But as a result, the room is just a complete disaster zone because I really wanted to just plough on. I made some of the samples, then we went on holiday. I've had a lovely week in Crete, and then came back and ploughed on and managed to finish it all off. The last one I finished tonight after work. So I am literally right at the end of it, but as a result, I've got everything out and it's all a bit of a disaster. Do you want to see? So I have got a seat on the sofa, which is unusual. Usually by this point, I've not got any seats on the sofa either. Those are the boxes that are ready for packing up to send to Martin. They're full of samples. Then I've got a box that's got embossing stuff in it. I've got a stamp, my two stamp boxes are out. My die cutting box, or all the dies and the embossing folders are out. I've then just got everything. Hang on, let me move down the room. Yeah, it probably won't take me too long. The problem that I've got is that some of this stash does not yet have a home. And that's going to be part of the problem. Because also, literally finished, and within an hour, Martin sent us all a message to say, new stash on its way. So for the next lot of samples, and I don't know where I'm going to put everything. So I have to have a bit of a think and a bit of a reorganise. So I thought I'll stick the camera on. So usually it encourages me to keep going and actually finish. So that's the plan. So apologies for the attire. I'm in my gym jams with my slippers on. I know you don't really care. It'll be fine. I promise you I didn't look like this when I was working today. It's my first day back in work as well after the holiday. So yeah, I've just seen how bad the bookshelves look. Hang on. Yeah, it looks like there's been some kind of landslide. Or indeed an earthquake. And the reason I say earthquake is because we had one on our holiday. Wasn't that exciting? Right, okay. I'm going to get my tripod out, stick it at the other end of the room, probably where my chair is, and you can watch myself waddle around doing my tidying up. Okay, so cleared the desk, picked up all the stuff off the floor. There's one box that shouldn't be on the sofa, and then there's this pile here that I need to sort out. very humid. We've had lovely weather the last few weeks, and then obviously we've had a lovely week in Crete, but I think it was really nice every day here anyway. And it's been raining the last couple of days. It's now really muggy, really muggy. So yeah, before I sort out that pile, I'm going to need to take stuff off the bookshelf, because in order to fit that box that shouldn't be on the sofa onto the bookshelf, I'm going to need to do a bit of organising and sorting. And there's no point in sorting this stuff that's on the desk until I've done that. So do you know what? I'm going to take 5 and have a breather. Okay, I have managed to get the box on the chest of drawers. Am I happy with my organisation? Not 100%, but it'll do. So, really quick run through. There is nothing different about the top shelf. There's Christmas cards that I've made in the pink box. There are, what have I got over there? Okay, on the top right hand side, I've got gilding flakes and brushos and some shimmer spritz, the Kingston Crafts shimmer spritz. I've got some journals, some cardstock, and then over on the top left hand side where that pink box, and I don't know if you can even see the spotty box, you probably can't, that's got things like some old stamps and alpha stamps in it. Then the 6 12 by 12 boxes, I did a little bit of a rearrange of what was in them. Again, not particularly well organised, but it's the best I could do in the energy levels that I've got at the moment. What I couldn't fit was the Kingston Crafts paper kits that come in the folders. I couldn't fit them in the 12 by 12 stack and stores, so they're just on the top right hand side stack on the top of them. So in those boxes I've got mainly scrapping supplies on the left hand side one, so 12 by 12 papers and some other bits and pieces and half done projects and things. And on the right hand side, the bottom 2 are my Christmas boxes and the top one is stencils and masks. And in the middle there you can see that pink folder that's sort of like jutting out. That's my use up my magazine kit. And then there's also a couple of other bits and pieces in there, including my Everyday Stories album that I am slowly building up. Next shelf down has had a bit of a rearrange and no longer looks like it's been subject to an earthquake. And that's where I've ended up sticking that big box. You can see the white box here. That is all Kingston Crafts cardstock in the pastel ones that's coming out. It's full of cardstock. It is ridiculous how much cardstock is in that kit. When that goes on Hobby Maker, you'd be insane not to buy it, is all I'm saying. I don't think I'll ever need pastel cardstock again. Underneath that, those 2 are both full of letter stickers for when I do scrapbooking. I must use more of those up and start to get rid of them because it's ridiculous. I've got 2 stack and stores full of those. I had to then move down to here, the embellishments box for scrapbooking. That was where the Kingston Crafts cardstock is, but it seemed like a more sensible place to put it is on top of the box that has... Do you know what? I'm now thinking, what is in that box? Oh, old notebooks or notebooks yet to be used. They might end up going onto the other bookcase over there, which is my work bookcase. They might end up going over there eventually. back up to this shelf here, I've managed to stick the embossing stuff back in there. I've got all the bits and pieces that have come from Kingston Crafts that I can't share with you just yet. Amazing card bases. I didn't say that out loud. In the middle is all of my bits and pieces of like random things like shrink plastic and some black cardstock, some speciality white cardstock, and then all the things that I have die cut. Next shelf down, this basket here has got cards that I have made that do need to be sorted because that's gone a little bit mad again. And the pink folder that's on top of this one has got all of my scraps of coloured pattern papers. Inside that box is all my envelopes and card blanks that are pre-made card blanks. Down here, so we have the dies and embossing folders, and then 2 stamps, and then I haven't touched the bottom shelf at all. In fact, I'm now thinking my spritzes are down there on the bottom right hand side. What is on the top left hand side, top right hand side? Excuse me. I'm gonna have to go and look, aren't I? It's wax for when you do wax seals. It's a wax seal kit. I was thinking, I know it's Kingston Crafts, but I couldn't remember what it was. And then, so bottom shelf has got mixed media supplies, so the spritzes, watercolour paints, acrylic paints, various random bits and pieces on the left hand side, things like tissue paper and random embellishments. This thing here is full of coloured cardstock that's A4 size that I am slowly working my way through. Some of it's really cheap, not great quality, but I'm still using it. You can see here some old laptops that I need to charge and then wipe, and then we can get rid of them. And you can see here my old die cutting machine, my Big Shot, and my heat tool that went kaput. And a tidy desk. Oops, sorry, hit the tripod. A tidy desk. They need to find a home, so I'm going to find a home for them. All I've got is some scraps that was from the last time I did the crop, and I did say I would make something out of those scraps. I have not yet done it, and it has been probably about 5-6 weeks now, so that's to be done. I haven't sorted my basket out that's at the end of the desk, and I have shoved some stuff in there. But other than that, the desk is tidy and clean. Well, as clean as it gets. So you can probably see I'm a bit hot and sweaty still. I have opened the window because it's just too warm in here. I have got a lot of scraps that need to be dealt with. My cardstock scraps box is pouch is getting very overfull, so I need to do something with that fairly soon and have a good old session doing die cutting of my sentiments and all of that kind of stuff that I do with the scraps, just to get them out of the way, and maybe make a few stripy backgrounds or something, just to, you know, get them used or get them a little bit more condensed. Actually, whilst I'm here, should we do a little bit of a haul of what I've bought recently? Have I got anything? Oh, I think, yes. I bought some stuff off the Stampers Forum D-Stash site. I did sell some stuff. Not very much, obviously, but I sold some. And I spotted this ballgame somebody was selling. I'm just double checking there's nothing else in here. I don't think there is. And so I bought this for £30. So it was all glimmer plates, but they are the all Alex Siberia. So there's this one that's got like a foil that you foil the stripe, and as you can see, there's a testing one that I have done already, which is gorgeous. And then I also bought this, which looks a bit weird from that angle, but maybe if I show it on that angle, you see it's got these gorgeous like flowers. I don't know what flowers they are. Angel's bells. Apparently it coordinates with a stencil and a die set. I've just got the foil in and I thought it was all part of the bundle. Probably wouldn't have bought this on its own, but I can still use it, foil it, and then just colour it with my watercolours. So there was that one. And then there was this one, which is the large Merry Christmas foil set, hot foil plate. It's one plate. It is slightly bent. Just going to wiggle it. I'm sure it's fine even so. I also got the Falala, which I thought was quite cute. And then this one, which has got, what's it called? It's called Be Merry Sentiments. So you've got the Be Merry, you've got the Happy, Joy, Merry Christmas, which are all in slightly different fonts, and I think they're really cute. I really like the Be Merry, and I love that Happy. That's lovely, and you could use that for a birthday. It doesn't need to be for Christmas. So I bought those, all of that for 30 quid, and bearing in mind this one says on it, brand new, recommended retail £24.95. Bargain. So thank you whoever sold me those. I now can't remember the name, so I'm sorry I've forgotten your name. And the only other thing I've got is my subscription from Hey Little Magpie, which I have opened the box but not yet opened. So let's stick you into the overhead and you can see what's in it. Okay, so you might have already seen this on somebody else's videos by now anyway, but this is the May Hey Little Magpie embellishment kit that I subscribe to every month. So gorgeous sequin mix, lovely, beautiful trim. It's got this gorgeous daisy trim, as well as the red check gingham. Gingham, I think it's gingham, isn't it? And then everything else is in the little pouch. Ooh, we've got all sorts in here. So let's start with the labels. So we've got labels of 2 different sizes. I find these really useful from my scrapbook pages. And then what goodies have we got? We have got a daisy metal charm and a heart with flowers in the design. We've then got a I'd Pick You little flare button type thing. It's quite a large one, that one. A fun teal coloured bow. And then we've got 1, 2, 3 of these daisies. Really cute. I've realised, am I still on camera? Ah, there we go. There's the edge, isn't it? Right. Some more cute little flowers with the leaves. And then we've got these flowers here in a couple of different sizes and colours. There we go. I've got them upside down. We have this is like a suede kind of heart and a leather type effect heart that says love in it. Then got 3 of these types of flowers and those 2 flowers. So very floral for this month's. I'm saying this month's, it's nearly June, so clearly I'm a bit late to the game on this one. That's what happens with having been on a mission with my design team stuff, and also having been on holiday. So very cute. I'm going to pop this into one of the normal pouches that I keep them in, and then pop them in the embellishment box so I know where that they are, and it keeps them all kind of together. I don't have room to store boxes like this. So I'm going to pop that to the side of the bin, and then that can get used whenever I need to send something out in the post that needs to be a bit bigger, and stick that into my tissue paper box. And then I'm done. So I'm going to finish there. That was probably quite a long video. I don't know how long it'll be once I've edited it down and stuck me into fast forward when I was actually doing the tidying. So hopefully not too long a video, but thank you for sticking with me if you did. And if you did, please do drop me a comment below and let me know if you have any bright ideas on how I can do this better and not get into such mess. But I suspect most of us crafters are the same, and we just get into one big mess and everything ends up piled everywhere, usually all over the floor in my case. So please do drop me a comment, or just make me feel better by dropping me a comment and saying you are the same as me and you get in a big mess too. Subscribe if you want to see more videos. There are more videos both made and planned. I have a couple of the magazine kit ones coming up, I think, and potentially a scrapbooking one this weekend. Now that I've got the first, well, that last lot of design team stuff out of the way, I can do a bit of crafting for me. I'm also in the throes of planning for Christmas in July. I've not yet filmed a video, which is making me slightly jittery, but I'm sure it'll all be fine. So I'm going to stop rambling. As I said, like, comment, subscribe, all helps people see my channel and see my videos, even though I know this is not my normal kind of video, but I do them every so often, don't I? Come and show my face and do a bit of tidying. Right, because I'm now rambling and I'm getting tired, I'm definitely overheating, I'm going to say goodbye. Thank you for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.